ಒಂದು ರೂಲ್ ಚಾಲು ರಾತ್ರಿ
ಧ್ವನಿ ಅಲಂಕಾರ ರೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗಾರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ತೋಡ್ರಿ, ಯಾವುದು ರಸ ತೋಡ್ರಿ.
ಹಲೋ, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ Hello.
Hello, namaste everyone.
Namaste, sir.
Thank you.
Namaste, sir. Serena, Dr. Dakshinamurthy, Principal, Dr. Marapak, Coordinator of this Faculty Development Workshop, Srimati Sheila, IQAC Coordinator, distinguished resource persons, esteemed faculty members, dear participants and students. Good afternoon to everyone present here. I am happy to be part of this inaugural session of the Faculty Development Program on research methodology for experimental and theoretical sciences being organized by Sri Siddhganga College of Arts, Science and Commerce for Women, Tumkur. I extend my appreciation to the principal, coordinator and organizers for initiating such a program that focuses on strengthening the research capabilities and teaching methodologies of faculty members. In the rapidly evolving world of higher education, the role of faculty is not only to impart knowledge, but to inspire curiosity, foster critical thinking, and shape the minds and values of future generations. As faculties, we are lifelong learners ourselves, and it is through programs like this that we grow, adopt, and lead with confidence. I quote Rabindranath Tagore. The quote is, "A teacher can never truly teach unless he is still learning himself. A teacher who ceases to learn also ceases to be a teacher. The willingness in a teacher to learn is what makes him or her a competent teacher." Faculty development workshops or programs are not just a formality, but a vital mechanism for continuous improvement. First and foremost, FDPs help us stay updated with the latest technological advancements, whether it is artificial intelligence, data science, and others. FDPs offer us the opportunity to learn, unlearn, and relearn to ensure that our knowledge remains relevant and impactful. In this connection, I quote Alvin Toffler, an American writer and world's outstanding futurist, who said, "The illiterate of the future are not those who can't read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." Chris Gade of the Harvard Graduate School of Education said that transformative change is very challenging because participants not only must learn new skills, but also must unlearn almost unconscious beliefs, assumptions, practices, and values about the nature of learning. While learning gives the initial foundation, unlearning allows the shedding of outdated practices, and relearning ensures that individuals stay relevant by acquiring the latest knowledge and skills that can be applied in practice. Secondly, FDPs are instrumental in enhancing our teaching methodologies. Today's students require more than just textbook knowledge. They need active, engaging, and outcome-based learning experiences. FDPs introduce us to modern pedagogical tools, digital platforms, and student-centric approaches that make learning more effective and inclusive. Thirdly, faculty development programs foster a culture of research and innovation. Many FDPs focus on research methodology, patent filing, funding opportunities, and publication ethics. These not only build our individual academic profiles, but also strengthen our institutions' contributions to research and development. Faculty development programs are more than training sessions. They are investment in our future, in our students' futures, and the quality of education we impart. Let us approach them not as obligations, but as opportunities to grow, to inspire, and to lead. Over the coming days, I hope each of you will find not just new skills, but also new perspectives and renewed passion for the important work we do. I appeal to all our participating faculties to engage fully, ask questions, challenge assumptions, and support one another in this journey. The impact you have in your classrooms, your departments, and in the lives of your students will be even greater because of the time you spend here. Universities and institutions have always been the epicenters of knowledge creation. While teaching transmits knowledge, research creates new knowledge, challenges existing ideas, and expands the boundaries of human understanding. The progress of any nation is closely linked to the quality of research produced by its universities and academic institutions. Equally important is the interdisciplinary nature of this program. Today, the boundaries between experimental and theoretical sciences are becoming increasingly interconnected. Breakthroughs often occur when experimental insights inspire theoretical models and theoretical predictions guide experimental validation. This dynamic interaction is what drives scientific progress. Programs like this FDP help create a platform for dialogue, collaboration, and cross-pollination of ideas among researchers and diverse domains. However, meaningful research does not happen by chance. It requires clarity of thought, methodological rigor, intellectual curiosity, and ethical responsibility. A strong research methodology enables scholars to ask the right questions, design reliable investigations, analyze data critically, and present conclusions that withstand scientific scrutiny. This is why faculty development programs such as this are extremely valuable. They provide an opportunity for faculty members to revisit the foundations of research, learn modern analytical and experimental tools, explore emerging research directions, and impact with experts from diverse fields. Most importantly, such programs help cultivate a vibrant research culture within institutions. As faculty members, please remember that research is an integral part of teaching. You are not only researchers, but also mentors who shape the intellectual journeys of students. When teachers are active researchers, classrooms become spaces of inquiry rather than mere instruction. Students begin to think critically, question assumptions, and develop the confidence to explore new ideas. In this way, research-oriented faculty play a vital role in building the next generation of scientists, innovators, and problem solvers. India today stands at a crucial moment in its academic and scientific development. Our universities and institutions have immense potential to contribute to global knowledge and technological advancement. To realize this potential, We must continuously strengthen our research ecosystems through collaboration, interdisciplinary thinking, innovation, and a commitment to academic excellence. I encourage all the participants of this program to approach the sessions with curiosity and openness. Engage actively with the resource persons, exchange ideas with fellow participants, and reflect on how the concept discussed here can enhance your own research and teaching practices. Often the true impact of such programs lies in the perspectives and collaborations that emerge from them. I would also like to commend the organizing team for the dedication and effort in bringing together this important academic initiative. Organizing a program of this nature requires vision, planning, and commitment to academic growth, and they deserve our sincere appreciation. Before I conclude, let me say that research is fundamentally a journey of discovery. It demands patience, persistence, and sometimes the courage to question established beliefs. Yes, it is through this journey that humanity advances scientifically, intellectually, and socially. Now, in yesterday's Hindu newspaper, there is a column called Science column. In that, this is the topic here: why India needs to radically rethink its doctoral education programs. Written by Biju, Dean, Garden City University of Bangalore. I have taken the important points because we publish several papers, researchers, but I feel that is more than 95% of the research papers published are academic interest. They are not socially relevant. In that context, I have taken few sentences from that article. I read, an important criticism of India's existing PhD system is that a lot of doctoral research is not very useful to society, as many theses are still preserved in academic archives. China's practical PhD model seeks to bridge the gap by matching doctoral outputs with real-world applications in industrial scalability and is assessed by panels comprising both academic and industry professionals. In India, the theses are assessed by the professors, but in China, it is assessed by both academicians and industry professionals. They look for the socially relevant research work. Indian universities and institutions should brainstorm ways to reform the structure of PhD education to better suit the current world. We need good quality research work that can support nation building and humanity. If our universities to continue curiosity, encourage rigorous methodology, and support innovative thinking, there is no doubt that the contributions of our scholars will make a lasting impact on the global scientific community. With these thoughts, I once again congratulate the organizers for this initiative, and I extend my best wishes for the grand success of this faculty development program. Thank you, and I wish you all the participants a stimulating, enriching, and inspiring experience in the days ahead. Thank you.
Sir, there is a disturbance in your voice, sir. So,
Good afternoon. I submit my humble pronouns to the lotus feet of Dr. Sri Tumkur, the founder president of Siddhanga Education Society. I also submit my sincere pronouns to incumbent president Sri Siddhalinga Swamiji and express my gratitude to our honorable secretary, joint secretary, and members of the management committee. I am happy to state that Science Departments of Sri Siddhanga College of Arts, Science and Commerce for Women, Tumkur, is organized 6 days national level online faculty development program on research methodology for experimental and theoretical sciences. There are about 6 eminent speakers from reputed institutions accepted to be resource persons. I am glad to inform that there are more than 300 faculty members across the state have registered for the faculty development program. I wholeheartedly welcome all the participants to this program. Further, I appeal to all the participants to make best use of the program and actively participate in this online FDP and make this program success. Thank you all.
Hello, sir. Voice is not clear.
Sir, your voice has a disturbance, sir. Sorry, sir. There is a disturbance in your voice. It is not audible.
Sir, voice is not clear. Better to use principal's computer system so that it will be more audible to everybody. Because whatever you speak, it is not audible. Nobody can hear your voice. We got to use principal's laptop or system, which he has used right now, so that it can be very easy to understand what you have spoken. No. Since beginning, it is not audible. Even the invocation song sung by the students, we couldn't hear that.
Sir, if you have joined that online voice chat, I think from there, if you come, you will be audible, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Dr. B.T. Sampath Kumar is a senior professor in the Department of Studies and Research in Library and Information Science at Tumkur University, Karnataka. He got first rank in MSc in Library and Information Science and was honored with a gold medal for his exceptional academic performance. Additionally, he pursued his PhD from Kuvempu University and further enhanced his qualifications with a postgraduate diploma in computer science from the University of Hyderabad, Telangana. Throughout his career, Dr. Sampath Kumar has published over 250 research papers in prestigious international and national journals and the proceeding of conferences. His outstanding research has earned him several accolades, including the ILA P.B. Varghese Award for the best research published in the ILA Bulletin. The Library Professional Association has also recognized his contributions to the field, which honored him with the Best Academics LIS Professional Award at Sardar Patel University, Gujarat. In addition, he is distinguished service in library and information science. Beyond his academic achievements, Sampath Kumar has held various important administrative positions. He has served as the Register in Charge, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology, Director of the College and Development Council, Deputy Registrator of the Academic Section, and a Syndicate and Academic Council member at Tumkur University. He also worked as the Director of the Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation Board and IQAC at Tumkur University. Dr. Sampath Kumar's career is a testament of his unwavering commitment to advancing education, research and the development of library and information science in India. He also has contributed to the global academic community by presenting papers at international conferences in Dubai, Bangkok, Vietnam, Pune, and Cambodia and Kandy, Sri Lanka. Thank you.
Am I audible? Yes. I hope I am audible to all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is clear.
Yes. Okay. Very good afternoon. Before I speak about a very unique topic on predatory journals, let me thank profusely the principal of this college, Dr. H.M. Dakshinamurthy sir, for organizing a unique faculty development program for 6 days on a very important topic, research methodology for experimental and theoretical sciences. So thank you so much, sir. Really, it's a wonderful topic where most of the research scholars and faculty members can understand exactly what exactly research, how to do research, and also my topic on predatory journals. They can also understand about these predatory journals as well as the scholarly journals. And also, I thank Dr. B. Marappa sir. He is instrumental in organizing the 6 days national level faculty day program. A couple of days back, he called me over the phone and he requested me to speak on the predatory journals. I happily agreed to deliver a lecture, and today I'm here to focus on what is a predatory journal, what are scholarly journals, why the predatory journals have become dark part of the academic publishing. So because as you know very well, recently most of the students, including faculty and research scholars, started to publish some of the good piece of work in predatory journals because they have no idea where to publish, what to publish. Recently, thanks to the UGC, it has introduced one very important paper, Research and Public Ethics, where we are going to teach about what is ethics and what exactly is scientific misconduct, where we include about the predatory journals. And also we have listed out various predatory journals where the students and research scholars should not publish the good content in those bad journals. Okay, probably with this idea, Sri Sindhya College of Arts, Science and Commerce for Women, faculty members and principal have thought of organizing this 6 days national level faculty day program for the research scholars as well as faculty members. So with this brief introduction, let us jump into the topic. I will share the screen so that you can see the slides on our system. One minute, I will share the screen. Have you made me co-host so that I can share the screen? Am I co-host? Because it is not allowing me to share the screen. Something went wrong when, yes, please make me co-host so that I can share the slides. Can you see the screen?
Not yet, sir. Not yet.
Please make me co-host so that I can share my screen. Because showing cannot share your screen. Something went wrong when screen sharing. Try restarting browser if the problem continues. Let me know, have you made me co-host? Otherwise, I will join again because select the screen, entire screen. Although it is showing some problem. Okay, just 1 minute. I will join again. Something went wrong when screen sharing. Please try again. Press the button. It's showing cannot share your screen. Something went wrong when you screen sharing. Shall I share? Yes. Same thing is coming.
Sir, we share to FDP, then they will present it and you can explain through from them only. So it will be better. So else it will be time will be lagging.
Hmm. But the file size almost it is in 3 MB something. Okay, I will try. Hmm. Okay, just a wait. Shall I send by mail or WhatsApp?
So
Let
you
me know
share
who
the
have to send.
you share the link to the open.
It's a use file. Hmm.
Yeah, sir, you can share to the drive link, so there is be no need to do anything. So they can access the drive link.
Can you see the screen now?
No, sir. No.
No? One time change the browser. Can you see now?
Yes, sir. Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. Just I have changed the browser. Now, can you?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I hope the screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Very good evening. Sorry for the inconvenience. Today, I will speak on a very important topic that is more useful for the research scholars as faculty members, and of course, budding research scholars and budding faculty members who wanted to do research in their subject area. That is predatory journals, the dark side of the academic publishing. So in this session, I will focus on various aspects. One is what exactly is scholarly public journal. Later, I will tell you how to select a scholarly journal and why we need to select a scholarly journal. That's very important because a couple of minutes I told that most of the faculty, even research scholars, knowingly or unknowingly publish the good piece of research work in the wrong journal because they are not aware of the scholarly journals. Okay, that's why I'm going to throw a light on what exactly is scholarly journal and why we have to select only scholarly journals to publish your research content. Later, I will focus on what are predatory journals, and also I will tell you about the salient features of predatory journals because we need to identify whether it is a predatory journal or a scholarly journal, because each and every predatory journal will have its own salient features. We need to understand those. And later, I will tell you why the predatory journals have become the dark side of the academic publishing. So, in this session, I will speak about all this. Before I get into the topic, let me speak a few words about the NIRF. I mean, National Institutional Ranking Framework, because all of you know very well, this NIRF was approved by MHRD, Government of India, and it was launched in the year 2015. It is a methodology mainly used to assess the quality of institution, maybe a college, maybe a university, maybe an institution. And in order to assess the quality of the institutions, they have adopted various parameters. One is the teaching, learning, and resources. This is the first parameter criteria they consider to assess the quality of an institution. Later, they will consider the research and professional practices. And apart from that, there are other three criteria. One is graduation outcome and outreach and inclusivity as well as perception. So when it comes to the first parameter, teaching, learning, and resources, it includes student strength in the institution, including the doctoral students, and also faculty and student ratio. So these are the sub parameters they will consider to assess the quality of education offered by an institution. That is teaching, learning, and resources. That carries 30 marks. The second parameter is research and professional practices. That carries 30 marks. It includes combined metric for publications and combined metric for quality of publications. See, they have clearly mentioned the quality of publications. Many times I have heard many faculty and research scholars used to say, I published 30 articles during last 2 years. I published 15 articles last 1 year, like this. See, how many articles they have published is not really important. I mean, it is immaterial unless they publish the good research in a good journal. So in case of NIRF, especially for this parameter, research and professional practices, they have clearly mentioned combined metric for quality of publications. So that carries 30 weightage. The third one is graduation outcome. That carries 20 marks. Metric for university examinations. Metric for number of PhD students graduated. Only 20 weightage. And fourth one is outreach and inclusivity. That only carries 10 marks. Percentage of students from other states or countries. Percentage of women in the institution. And economically and social challenge students, how many are there in the institutions? Those will be considered in this parameter that's called outreach and inclusivity. The last one is the peers perception that carries only 10 marks. Academic peers as well as employers' perception about the institution. So overall, there are 5 parameters. One is teaching that carries 30 marks, research that carries 30 marks or weightage, graduation outcomes 20, outreach and inclusivity 10, perception 10. So here when we compare all these parameters, teaching and research will carry 60 weightage, okay, 16 marks. Out of that, research plays a very important role because many universities will get good score in the first category, that is teaching, learning, and resources. But I have seen in the NIRF ranking institutions, many institutions fail to get more score in the second category. That is called research and professional practices. Let me explain with some examples. Okay, I will take 2025 NIRF and universities. So the based on the NIRF. There is no doubt about that. IISc Bengaluru, Indian Institute of Science, has got the first place because the score of IISc is 80.05. Next, JNU, it has scored 71.00. And Manipal, Academy of Higher Education, Manipal, it has got 69. It goes like this. So out of 10, except Manipal Academy of Higher Education, no university, no institution has been placed in the top 10 position. Reasons are many. I will tell you with examples. Okay, so only one, except IISc, only one institution like Manipal has been included in the top 10. So when you look at the universities and institutions in the state Karnataka, so there are around 10 to 12 institutions have been included in the NIRF ranking. As usual, IISc has got 85.05, and Manipal, JSS has come, Jain, Christ, Bangalore, Mysore, Mitte, and Institute of Agriculture Science, Bangalore. Only these institutions have been included in the NIRF. The main reason is most of the institutes who have applied for the NIRF might have got more score in the might have scored more score in the teaching, but probably they have got less marks in the research. Probably that would be one of the reasons behind getting less marks in the NIRF ranking. So let us see how this second category, research, will make more difference in getting the marks from the NIRF. So take an example of IISc, which has got first place. See the second graph, which is in the green color. It has got first place because we know very well in IISc, most of the scientists will do quality research and they publish many articles in Elsevier, Sage, John Wiley, Oxford, Emerald, and many more. Probably that would be one of the reasons behind getting the most score in NIRF ranking. When it comes to University of Mysore, it has got 71 place. So just compare the graph. So IISc, which has got first place, the graph is very good. So when it comes to University of Mysore, which has got 71 place in NIRF, has got a 71 place because compared to IISc faculty members, the faculty members are research scholars working in University of Mysore but have not done good research. Okay. Of course, I must be thankful to the faculty who are working in the Institute of Mysore. At least they have got the 71st place in the NIRF ranking. Okay. Anyhow, the main difference between the first and the 71st place institution is that which institution has done good research work, probably that has got good score in NIRF. It is very clear in the graph. When it comes to the colleges, okay, so these are the top 10 colleges across the country. One is Hindu, Miranda College, okay, Hans Ross College, and many more colleges have come here. And there is no single college from Karnataka. Really, I feel very unhappy to inform you that even though Karnataka is called educational hub, where in a number of colleges offering various courses, when it comes to NIRF ranking, even single institution has not been placed in the top 10 position. So 4 or 5 institutions from Delhi, 1 institute from West Bengal, 2 institutions from West Bengal, and again 2 institutions from the Tamil Nadu have been occupied the top 10 positions. But what has happened to our institutions? Probably we are only producing the students and conducting the examinations, and we are giving the marks cards. When it comes to the quality, somewhere we have failed, because had we done like this, we have seen at least 2 or 3 institutions in the top 10 colleges in Karnataka, in the top 10 NIRF ranked colleges. So let us see the number of colleges in Karnataka. So one is Christu Jayanti College. It has got 34th place in NIRF in 2025. And MS Ramaya College Arts, Science and Commerce, which has got 67th place. And St. Aloysius College has got 73rd place. And Joseph College of Commerce has got 98th place. So when you compare the first college, which has got the first place, see the graph of the research. is very good. See, another is St. Joseph College of Commerce, which has got 98 place. See, when we compare to other parameters, the St. Joseph College of Commerce has got very less marks in the research. It is very clear from this graph which institution, which college has given more priority for the research. Probably that college has got good marks in the NIRF ranking. Even though when we compare other parameters, almost except the perception, most of the score is almost equal, except the second parameter, that is called research. So what's the lesson from this? The lesson is this: those to which institution are the faculty members who are working in the institution who have given more priority for the research, probably they get more score so that they can reach the higher, or you can say, level of height in the research as well as the score. So where we failed? So where do we fail? So normally we fail to carry out the quality research. Of course, it's proved from the NIF ranking. And we fail to identify and publish good research papers in scholarly journals. So as I told earlier, many students, even I have seen them in my own campus, many research scholars have published a good piece of work in a wrong journal because they have no idea where to publish. And probably their research guide might have not told where to publish the articles and how to publish it. So these are the major drawbacks, hiccups we have. I mean, we have failed to do quality research, number one. Second is we failed to identify and publish research papers in a scholarly journals. And later, we failed to enhance the visibility of the articles. Many times our faculty will ask me, Sampath, we have published around 100 articles, but I have not received more number of citations. What is the reason behind that? I told that one thing is the quality. If the quality is very good, you will get more citations. One. Next one is when you enhance the visibility of your own articles, the people will cite your article. For example, I have published an article elsewhere. My job is not only to publish an article in a good journal. My very good job is to enhance the visibility of my article. If I place my article in Google Scholar, if I place my article in ResearchGate, so that many people can see where I have published, what I have published. Simply, if I publish an article in a good journal and take a Xerox copy of the article, keep it in the almirah, nobody can see it. So the ugliness of the research scholar is that most of the Indian scholars, what they do, simply they publish the article in a good journal, but meanwhile, they never promote their own research articles using various academic social networking sites. So thanks to technology, we have a Google Scholar, we have a pen profile, we have Vidwan, we have in Facebook, we have YouTube, we have a ResearchGate. So these are the platform where we need to showcase what we have done so far. Unless we say ourselves, unless we say something about our own article, nobody can cite it. See, for instance, I will cite other's article if it is visible to me, if it is accessible to me. So I cannot cite if it is not accessible. So why can't you make it visible to the scholarly world when you publish an article? So these are the main drawback today we have. So we need to focus on the quality research. We need to identify and publish good research articles in a scholarly journal. And moreover, we need to enhance the visibility of the article. So please make use of the ResearchGate. Please make use of the Google Scholar. Please make use of the Archid ID. Please make use of pen profile and many more, so that the visibility of the articles will be very high, so that the people can cite your article. Somebody will cite my article if it is visible to them. See, for example, one research scholar from Britain can cite my article when it is accessible to him. So if I place my article in my ResearchGate, he can see, he can cite it. So the responsibility of the research scholar is not only to publish the articles in a good journal, the more responsibility lies in making visibility to the research article. So this is the major drawback today we have. That should not happen. I request all of you, please create your ResearchGate, please create your Google Scholar, please create your pen profile. N number of academic social network sites have come today. We have to make use of those. And moreover, don't publish any article in predatory journals. So when you publish an article in predatory journals, probably nobody can cite your article. Even though it is a good piece of work, since you have published in a predatory, probably that cannot be cited by anybody. So that's why we are lagging behind in doing good research. I will show one thing, the final resting place of knowledge. No one will ever read the fate of PhD and master's dissertations, okay, here dumped outside the university. So what has happened to our universities? What has happened to our colleges? Now, if you take an example of a university where more than 200 to 300 students have completed their projects. After the Viva's exam, what has happened? Simply they dumped outside. Why? Because the content is not good. The content, whatever the research he has done or she has done, that cannot be published anywhere. Simply they will bind the project, and after the voice examination, simply they keep it away. So this is happening. So in my opinion, whenever a research scholar, whenever a PG student has completed his project, the project outcome must be in the form of an article. So then only it will carry some weightage. So the dissertation may be kept outside, the dissertation may be kept somewhere, but the content, if he has published in a form of article, it will be there forever. But unfortunately, in most of the universities in India, what we do, once the project is completed, they will be dumped outside the campus so that they will be sold somewhere. So that should not happen. So we should not do like this. Not to at least to give quality to the research. A scholar, a student, maybe a PhD student must publish an article in a scholarly journals. But this should not happen. Anyhow, so what is the role of a research scholar? The role of a research scholar is to focus on the quality research and publish articles in scholarly journals, but not in predatory journals. I will tell you in detail what exactly a predatory journal. And we need to promote, we need to publicize, we need to advertise our own articles in various platforms. That's what I told. Maybe ResearchGate, maybe Google Scholar, maybe Vidban, maybe Pen Profile, maybe Academia. A number of ASNS, academic social networking sites have come where you can publicize your own article. But what has happened, we failed to select the suitable journals and we never promoted our own research content in academic social networking sites. So that should not happen. Now let us see, before we understand about predatory journals, let us understand what exactly is scholarly journal. So as you know very well, the scholarly journals are peer-reviewed journals. Because what meant peer-reviewed? Once you submit an article to the editorial board of the journal, it will not be accepted as it is. Why? Because content has to be evaluated by someone. What they do, when you submit an article to a scholarly journal, they will send the article to the subject experts or referees. So they will go through the article, they will go through the content of the article. If it is up to the mark, if it is good, they may accept, otherwise they will reject it. So scholarly journals are peer-reviewed journals and periodic publications written by experts, researchers, and professors to advance the knowledge within a specific academic discipline. And moreover, these journals will have editorial board. In most of the predatory journals, for namesake, there will be editorial board, but nobody will take care of your general article content. But in case of scholarly journals, they will review the article, they will evaluate the article, they will fine-tune the article, and they will make a comment on the submitted article. Then they may accept or they may reject, because it is not up to the mark, they will reject the articles. So the comments made by the referees or the subject experts will improve the quality of the research paper before it is accepted for the publication. So when you look at the slide, you can easily understand we need to, what we can say, we will face many hurdles in publishing an article in scholarly journal, because we want to publish an article in scholarly journals. So there will be many hurdles. So there will be an editor, there will be another editor, there will be a reviewer. Okay, they will look into the article. So there will be more than 2 to 3 years. So if the quality of the article is very good, probably finally it will be accepted. So this is called the beauty, the journey of publishing an article in a scholarly journal. So when it comes to another way, so this is the original article. So these are the reviewer suggestions. So when you accept the reviewer suggestions, if they are good, probably they will evaluate, they will fine tune, and they will add some flavor to the original article, so that it will be very good articles. We too felt very happy when we published an article elsewhere. Recently, I will give an example. My own student who is working in ISRO, he published an article in IoT, Internet of Things, couple of weeks back. He felt very happy when he saw the content of his own article, because entire article was revised by the referees and it was sent for revision more than 4 to 5 times. At the end of the day, it was accepted and it was accepted publication. Even were so wondered, have we written the same wordings? We never imagined that we have written the wordings. In such a way, they have changed. Okay. So how to find out a scholarly journal? So all peer-reviewed journals are scholarly journals. Any journal published by the Elsevier, Sage, Emerald, Springer, John Wiley, or Oxford, Cambridge, they are wonderful. They are called scholarly journals. Any journal with a high impact factor, probably later I will tell you about the impact factor. Any journal with good impact factor will be a scholarly journal. Any journal indexed in Scopus, probably you might have heard that database, Web of Science, DOAJ, or maybe UGC care list. Recently it has been discontinued. Nothing to worry. Whatever the journals, even today you can see in the UGC care list, those are also good journals. So any journal indexed in Web of Science, Scopus, or DOAJ, or maybe UGC care list, they are called scholarly journals. Or any peer-reviewed journal is also called scholarly journals. I will show some of the publishers like the Sage. Okay, there are many journals are there, published in different research areas like health science, social science, humanities, life and biomedical sciences, material sciences and engineering. In case of physical science, they have published good number of articles. Why can't you try to publish an article in Sage? Instead of publishing 10 articles in bad journals, why can't you publish single article in the Sage? It will carry more weightage. Okay, on the Sage, next one is no doubt about that. Elsewhere, the best publishers across the globe is Elsevier, where they are going to publish in different disciplines. And another is Taylor and Francis. Okay, they also publish a good number of journals in different disciplines. And as I told earlier, even today UGC care list is there, but it's discontinued. So you can also identify the journals in UGC care list. Probably around 250 plus journals are including science, and around 300 plus are in social science, around 340 journals in arts and humanities, and also hardly 16 journals from multidisciplinary. You can also look into that. So don't publish any article in a predatory journal. So probably when I spoke about the scholarly journals, I told you about the review process. Okay. So in case of review, there are 3 types of reviews are there. Recently, open review has come. That is another review process. One is single blind review. What is single blind review? To identify single blind review is a review where the identity of the reviewers is anonymous, but the author's name and affiliation are on the paper. I mean, if I submit an article to a journal, my name is on the paper. A reviewer who is going to review my article will see my name and my affiliation. Whereas I didn't know by whom it has been evaluated. This is called single blind peer review. The identity of the reviewers is anonymous to the author, but the author's name and affiliation are on the paper. I mean, if I submit an article, my name and affiliation will be known to the reviewer, where I cannot know by whom it will be evaluated, by whom it will be judged, or it is fine-tuned. That's called single blind review. Most of the journals published by the Elsevier will do double blind review, and some local journals will follow single blind review process. The another process, double blind review. Here, the reviewers of the paper won't get to know the identity of authors, and the authors won't get to know the identity of the reviewers. I mean, if I submit an article to a journal, the reviewers will never come to know by whom it has been submitted. As an author, I never come to know by whom it will be evaluated. So this is called double blind review. As I told earlier, Elsevier, or maybe Sage, maybe John Wiley and Cambridge, Oxford, most of the renewed publishers will compulsorily follow double blind review process in order to avoid the bias. Okay, they do double blind review. Another review is their triple blind review. Here, not only are the authors and the reviewers blind to each other's identities, but where even editors are also blind to the identity of the both. So if you submit an article to the editorial board, so they will use a mechanism so that even editorial board will never come to know by whom it has been submitted. So simply they will randomly send our article to some subject experts, and based on the comments made by the subject experts or reviewers, it may be accepted or it may be rejected. Okay, I will tell you the beauty of the blind review. So this is the manuscript you have submitted to a journal. So when it is published, totally the shape of the article will be changed. Just imagine it's an article. It's not. It's an article. It is an article submitted to a scholarly journal. When it's published, the shape of the article will be changed. Okay, probably you can see here the article will be revised, because many times we have experienced our own article was revised more than 5 to 6 times, because they wanted to augment the quality of the article. They wanted to enhance the quality of the article. So this is how they never simply accept the article as it is. In case of some local journals, what they do, when you submit an article to a local journal, probably they may tell that, thank you so much for submitting the article to the journal. We will publish within 2 to 3 days. For that, you need to send 2,500 rupees or 3,000 something. When you submit the money or when you credit the money to their bank account, it will be accepted. So whatever the peer review, they never do the peer review process. But in case of scholar journals, even some journals, I do agree, they may demand money as an article posting fee, but they will focus on the quality of the article. That's why my sincere request to all of you is, don't submit blindly to some journals. Always you look at the quality of the journal. You just look at the history of the journal, and you have to look at the editorial board of the journal. Later you have to decide to publish and submit the article to that. Okay, so there is a process. In case of scholarly journals, author writes and submit the article to the manuscript to the journal. Later, the editorial board of the journal will send the manuscript to the different experts. So based on the reviews of the subject experts, again, the article will be resent to the author for the revision. The revision article will be submitted again to the journal editorial board. Based on the revision made by the author, it will be accepted, and later it may be accepted. So this is called the peer review process in the scholarly journal. So probably after listening to my lecture, you may ask me a question, sir, why do you force us to publish only in scholarly journals? Why can't we publish in local journal? So a couple of reasons are there. If you publish an article in a scholarly journal, you can increase the visibility of the article. For example, if I publish an article in a local journal, only the faculty or the research scholars within a state can see, can read, can download my article. It is not visible to the people who are in different countries. If I publish an article in elsewhere, okay, each and every person across the globe can see my article, because the publisher, elsewhere publisher journals can be accessible to everybody because they have subscribed. So if you publish an article in scholarly journals, your visibility will be very, very high. Okay, so just try, publish an article in a local journal, publish an article in an international level journal, the visibility of the article will be very, very high. So in order to have more visibility for you and for your article, you need to publish articles in scholarly journals. That is one of the reasons. Next one is, as I told you, the visibility is process of making the research findings visible to the scholarly community. And moreover, to get more citations. Probably many times I have told it, how to get more citations. There's a big question mark in front of us. One thing is, you have to do good research and publish good research work in a press journal. Later, you have to enhance the visibility of the articles. So these are the very important role of the research scholar to have more citations. Okay, recently one professor came to my chamber. He asked me, Sampath, I have published 100 of articles. Why I have not received any citation for that? I told, sir, if you have not received any citation for your article, please stop publishing the article, because you are not maintaining the quality in the articles. That's why nobody cite. Take an example of Facebook. When you upload some photos in the Facebook, if you won't get any likes, that shows that photo is not good. So what we have to do, better to stop posting the photos in the Facebook. Otherwise, we have to improve the quality of the photo to get more likes. Similarly, when you publish articles in good journals, the quality must be good. Then only you can get more citations. In my own case, I to publish around 250 plus articles as the introducer has tell very clearly. For that, I have got at least, I think, around 2,900 plus citations. Of course, it's very small compared to other faculty members. When we compare to physics, chemistry, mathematics, as well as biological science faculty members, they have got around 30,000, 40,000 citations. Okay, it always differs from one subject to another subject. We should not compare with those. Anyhow, to some extent, my research scholars have done a very wonderful work, and we too publish around 40 to 50 articles in Elsewhere, Essays, and January. Whichever the article published in such scholarly journals has got more citation. Probably when you look at the slide, the first article, Perception Usage of E-Resource by the faculty members, Indian Academics, it's got 160, 180, which was published in Emerald Journal. So it's very clear that when you publish an article in scholarly journals, there is a possibility of getting more citations. There is a possibility. When you publish articles in state level or local journals, probably it is not visible to everybody. They cannot cite it. So in order to get more citations, you need to publish a good number of articles in best journals, and you have to enhance the quality of the article. So that is the strategy in getting the good citations. So with this background, now let us move to a very important topic called predatory journals. What exactly predatory journals? So they are called open access journals that publish articles, okay, without any peer review, low academic standards, and a little credibility. And sometimes we can say there is no credibility. That's why we also call predatory journals are fraudulent, deceptive, pseudo, junk, low-rated, or substandard journals. So a journal which is published online and there is no peer review process and they demand money from the authors can be treated as predatory journal. Okay, so why they are the threat to the scholarly world? So I will tell you with the statistics, there are about 15,000 plus, maybe more than that, predatory journals across the globe. And around 420,000 articles were published in 8,000 predatory journals in 2014. But when you look at the statistics of 2025, in 2025, around 8,87,000 plus articles were published in predatory journals. So once you publish an article in predatory journals, what will happen? Nobody will cite it, one thing, and you will get bad remarks, because I have seen many research scholars have unknowingly published their good research, piece of good research in bad journal. So they have got bad credits for publishing such articles in predatory journals. And author pay money to publish the articles in the predatory journals. The bad news is that India's misconduct related retraction rate is very, very high. Probably you might have noticed a word, retraction. What is retraction? Once the article is accepted and it is already published, later the publisher came to know that the article has more plagiarism or somewhere it has been published already and the content is not good. Later they realize. So what they do, they will remove the articles even though it was published in their own journal. So when they remove the article from their journal, that is called retraction. So India's misconduct related retraction rate is very, very high recently. The research scholars started to publish more papers in predatory journals. So keeping that view, the UGC has removed more than 4,500 journals in the list. Okay, so the publisher do not follow, predatory publishers do not follow any proper academic standards for publishing. Simply they accept the article and they will publish within few days. I will show with some example later. Within few days they will publish it. Okay, in contrast, the high scholarly journals never accept the article as it is. They will take minimum 6 months, 7 months, sometimes it may go up to 3 years to publish the scholarly content in such journals. So what are the signs of the predatory journals? How to identify? Okay, one is they give more advertisements. Probably many of you have received mails from the predatory journals stating that, dear author, we are going to publish your article in our journals. It will publish within 2 to 3 days. Please send the articles to this journal. So they are going to give more advertisements. Okay, probably any publisher, any journal, if it gives more advertisement, probably it is called predatory journal, because a scholarly journals never give more advertisements. See, what's the necessity to give more advertisements elsewhere? Not necessary, because everybody knows what exactly elsewhere. how they are going to publish the articles. But these substandard journals give more advertisements. And also they will use a tag international, International Journal of Physics, International Journal of Biochemistry, International Journal of Economics, International Journal of Biotechnology or History. Because if it is a good journal, no need to add the tag international. If it is a bad journal, so they are forced to add a tag international. So that is another side. That is sending email to the authors to submit the articles. Probably you too received many mails from the predatory publishers stating that please submit your article to the journals. These journals we are going to publish within few days. And also they demand more article processing fee. Okay, and no predatory journals will have editorial board. But what they do, simply for namesake, they will mention few names on the website, and they tell that it will be article will be reviewed by 2 or more experts, but they never look into the quality of the article. So these are called typical signs of the predatory journals. Apart from that, the website contains spelling and grammar errors, because I have seen many websites of predatory journals. The title of the article is not good. The title of the journal itself has many errors. Okay, manuscripts are requested to submit via email. They use Yahoo Mail, or sometimes they use Gmail. See, in case of elsewhere, Emerald, they will use their own email system. But these predatory journals, they use non-professional and non-journal affiliated email address like Gmail as well as Yahoo, and there is no retraction policy, because I have told a couple of minutes back what exact retraction. If the journal feels that the article already published in the journal is not good, they can remove your article. But in case of predatory, they never remove it, even though it's not good. And rapid publication is promised. Always they promise that your article will publish within few days. I will tell you one example. Probably a couple of months back, I was searching for a predatory journal. So I have seen this website. There is a notification call for papers. So they have mentioned very important dates. What is that? Submission last date throughout the year. Just imagine, there is no time limit for that. Acceptance status within 24 hours. See, many scholarly journals will take more than 2 to 3 months, sometimes 6 months to accept your article. But these substandard journals, what they do, they accept within 24 hours and they publish within 72 hours. So hardly in terms of hours, they are going to accept and publish your article. So definitely this will be a pakka predatory journal or substandard journal. So don't trust, don't believe these are good journals. So don't submit your article to such journals. I will take my own examples. I think we have published a good number of articles in Emerald, where we sent an article on web application reincarnation to vanished online citations. We are doing research, extensive research in this area. Of course, I got a project for this also, around 10 to 12 lakhs I got from ICSSR, where we are going to identify the vanished online citation, because that is called a decay. Because most of the websites, what will happen, after a few days or after a few months, the website may disappear. For example, I may have my own website, sampathkumar.info. It is there now. Due to some reasons, it may disappear. So if it disappears over a period of time, we call it as the web decay or vanishing nature of the URLs. Probably you might have noticed many times on the screen, HTTP 404 not found. What has happened? The website was disappeared. That disappearing nature of the website is called web decay or vanishing nature of the online citations or web citations. So we have worked extensively on that, and we published an article in Emerald. So just see how they have accepted. It was received on 23rd July 2013, revised on 23rd July 14, again revised on 29th November 2014. It was accepted on 24th February 2015. Probably you may not believe me if I say it was published in the year 2016. In my opinion, they should not take that much of time to publish the article, but in spite of that, they have taken 3 years to accept and publish the article. So this is how they evaluate, they fine tune, they polish the article, and they accept and they publish. But in case of predatory, they accept within 24 hours, they publish within 72 hours. So definitely there's called predatory journal. And later they imitate the journal titles by slightly changing the words. I will show some examples later. So simply they imitate the journal titles by slightly changing the words, and they demand high article processing fee, we call APC. After accepting the article, there is no editorial board, and they show the fake impact factor. So simply they show 7.5, 8.5. So don't trust the impact factor. Nobody can give the impact factor as it is. So there is a policy to give the impact factor. Depends on the number of citations received divided by the number of articles published in a journal. They have to calculate the impact factor, but they simply give the impact factor 7.5, 7.6, or 10 something. And they claim that the journals are indexed in reputed databases. Okay. And later, some of the signs of predatory journals are lack of rigorous peer review. They never look into the quality. Simply they accept based on the amount you have given to them. So predatory journals often claim to have peer review process, but they never follow. Okay. And aggressive solicitation. Authors are bombarded with unsolicited emails requesting submission of or offering a rapid publication for a fee, and claim to be long established journals. They show the history of the journal is around 20 years, 40 years. Probably they have started 1 or 2 months back. They show we have publishing history of 20 years or 30 years. So you should not trust those. And they do not have any preservation policy. Once the article is published in the predatory, probably after 6 months, if you want to see your own article, it may not be available because they never preserve own article. So these are called the different signs of predatory journals. And low or no publication standards. Okay, these journals accept the papers without proper scrutiny. So predatory journals accept the articles with minimal scrutiny, regardless of quality or relevance. And later, false or misleading information. So most of the predatory journals might misrepresent the impact factor as 7.5, 10.5, 11 like this. I will tell you, even few elsewhere journals have 0.75, 0.85. Elsewhere journals, they have impact factor only 0.75, 0.85. How can they mention 8.5 or 10.5? It's impossible. Simply they will mention the number, not the impact factor. So you should be very careful before you select the journals. And also they demand high publication fee. Okay, I will tell you one thing. So here there is a journal, spjmr.com. Okay, I have forgotten the name of the title of the journal. They have mentioned 6.1 impact factor. Even probably there is no impact factor for this journal, because normally the impact factor will be calculated based on the number of citations received for the article during last 2 years or 5 years, divided by number of publications it has published. For example, here I am going to show there is a journal published in 2 years, 2019 and 18, and it has got around 1278 citations in the year 2019, 1190 in the year 2018. Hardly it has published 437 in 2019 and 391. Number of publications published by the journal and number of citations. When you divide the number of citations by the publications, you will get the impact factor. So impact factor may be calculated for the 2 years as well as for the 5 years. It is for the 2 years. So this is how we are going to calculate the impact factor. But in case of these predatory journals, simply they will keep 6.1. So that's not good. Don't trust these impact factors. Okay. And also they will demand for the publication fee. The authors can submit the processing fee by using international debit or credit card from the below link. So don't, most of the scholarly never demand for money before they accept. Okay, probably I do agree. Some of the scholarly journals, maybe from elsewhere, maybe from Nature, they demand money after they accept your article. If it's affordable, you can pay money. So there is a big question in front of us. Sir, is it necessary to give money to the journals to publish our own articles? I will say yes. When your article is accepted by the scholarly journal, for example, you have submitted an article to a Nature journal. They are demanding 80,000. Yes, if it is affordable for you, you can pay for that because you are going to publish an article in Nature. Okay, recently it has been started. They are going to ask money from you, but don't pay money to a journal which is not a scholarly journal. If it is a predatory, don't pay money for them because you will lose money and you will lose your own credibility. So my sincere request is that before you send money to a journal, you check whether it is a predatory or scholarly journal. If it's a predatory, don't send money to publish your own article in such journals. Okay. So there also another journal. They are going to mention the International Medical Journal, they are demanding $150 to accept and publish the articles from the medical science. Okay. And also they are going to show some of the features. It is called international acceptance. Okay. They are renewed editorial board, free plagiarism test, and they never check the plagiarism. Uses statistical available, free submission. Only some wrong information they have given on the website. Also, they have show the publication fee. That's what I told. If it is trustworthy, you can submit the money. Otherwise, not necessary. Since it is a predatory, they are going to show Indian authors can pay 1,550. Probably most of the research scholars can see that it's offered for them. They can publish the article. See, money is not important. The quality of the journal is very important. Probably you have done a good job. You have done a good research. It's a good piece of work. But why should you publish a good piece of work in a wrong journal by paying 1,550? Instead of that, identify good journals. Try to publish your article in such good journals. And also, there is a statement, really, I don't know what to say about this. Acceptance of your article will be only decision of the editor-in-chief. Normally, in case of publication, the decision about the acceptance of the article will be made by the reviewers, because they have to review the article. They have to look into the quality of the article. Based on the quality, based on the merits of the article, they have to accept it. The acceptance must be made by the reviewers or the subject experts. Here, I don't know how dare to post a statement like this. The acceptance of your article will be only decision of the editor-in-chief. Because if you have sent the money, probably the editor-in-chief may accept it. If you have not given the money, he may reject it. Okay, that will happen in case of substandard journals. And apart from that, another form of predatory journals are hijacked journals. What is hijacked? Are cloned journals. A list of hijacked journals has been created by a librarian, Jeffrey Bell. Sometimes someone will create a website that pretends to be a website of legitimate scholarly journal. I will show some of the journals here. So I think you can also write on the BL list journal. He has made all the hijacked journal here. You can see hijacked versus authentic. Okay. So these are called authentic. Probably you can see in the right left part of the screen, they are authentic journals. So right part hijacked. How they hijacked the journal title? So there is an authentic journal, International Medical Journal. Here, there is also International Medical Journal. But one thing is you can see here, the capital M medical, a small m. So they are going to follow the same title with slight modification the title. So what we feel, hey, I have seen the International Medical Journal, it's a good journal published by elsewhere. But this is a journal not published by the elsewhere because it has been modified. M is small, J is small. That's why it's called hijacked journal, clone journal. Here, another example is Information System Management. Here, they have added the word Journal of Information Systems and Management. And Journal of Psychology and Theology. Here, in case of the authentic journal, there is a symbol and, but they have used and. But many times what we feel, I have seen this Journal of Psychology and Theology published by a renowned publisher. Many scholars may publish the article in such journals, but they never know this has been hijacked by these predatory publishers. And VO report, small r, it is authentic. This is called capital report R. So before you select a journal, one should be very careful. You have to check whether it's predatory or authentic journal. Okay. In our day-to-day life, I think many times I have showed this slide to many research scholars. There is a water bottle, Bisleri, most popular water bottle, because wherever you go, probably you will demand for the Bisleri water. Okay. Now, I don't know about the content. Maybe good. That's why the people are using Bisleri. It was started around 1969. Many years back it was started. See, there are cloned water bottles, hijacked. So this is called Bisleri. But when you look at the water bottle, what we do, we feel it's a Bisleri. We are so thirsty and we are in the bus stand. Without knowing the title of the name of the brand name, what we do, we'll use today. I'm not talking about the content. It may be good, but it's not cloned. Simply, they have modified the title from the original water bottle. Bisleri is called Bisleri. Bilseri. Later another is Bilseri. See, almost looks like a sail. Bisleri. Bisleri. This is called Bilseri. So this is called cloned water bottle. So many times I too drank the water from the water bottle. Keeping that, it's also a good water bottle. This is called Bisleri. And also Bisley. Okay, so like this, these are called cloned or hijacked water bottles. The same thing will happen in our case also in the academic world, research world, hijacked versus authentic journals. So one should be very careful before you select and publish the article. So for that, UGC has made a list of cloned journals. So they are called good journals. They are called clone journals. Okay, so many journals have been included in the UGC website. Please look into that and you can understand which is the good journal, which is not good journal. And recently misleading metrics have come. Okay, misleading metrics were created by, again, the Jeffrey Beal. So this is a list of questionable companies that purport to provide valid scholarly metrics at the research scholars articles as well as journal name. Probably recently I had been to Harvard to deliver a lecture in an institution. After my lecture, one student stood up and asked me, he's a research scholar from Agriculture University. He told, Sampath sir, really it's a good lecture we have delivered so far. Let me know, I have published an article in a journal which has been indexed in Scope. Is it good or not? I told him there is no Scope database. There is a database Scopus. So if the journal says this journal is included or indexed in Scopus, that's good. But what they have done, they simply mentioned this journal is in a Scope database. So probably is a research scholar. He doesn't know the difference between the Scope and Scopus. He thought that Scope is also like a Scopus, and he submitted the article. It was accepted and published. Then he realized it is not a good database. Now it's not a good database, and it's not a good database. So they're called misleading metrics. So like this, there are some misleading metrics like site factors, journal impact factors. So there is no general impact factor. There's impact factor or journal impact factor. International journal impact factor. So IJIF. No, it's not like that. Probably some journals may say that this journal, their own journal, has international journal impact factor of 7.1. We sometimes trust that. But please remember, there is no IJIF. There is JIF, journal impact factor. Okay, and also journal influence factor. No such misleading metrics. Okay, so these are some of the websites where we can find the predatory journals. Because many times students will ask me, sir, where can I find the list of predatory journals? So I have listed here www.predatoryjournals.com/journals. This is the best website where we can see the different journals related to, they are predatory journals. And also another website, predatoryjournals.org/the list. So you can write down, and you can also search in the web. You can see the different predatory journals where you should not publish it. And also BL list, as I told earlier, Jeffrey Beal is a librarian. He has made a comprehensive work on predatory journals, and he has made a list of predatory hijacked journals. Okay, go to Google, type BL list. You'll see all the substandard predatory journals listed by Jeffrey Beal. Please, before you select any journal, you check whether the journal is a predatory or not. How to identify it as a predatory? I have given many examples features of predatory journals, and also you can check the predatory journals in this list: predatoryjournals.com/journals, predatoryjournals.org/the list, and blist.net. So I will show the website. So this is called predatoryjournals.com. You can see around 2,000 plus journals have been included in this website. All are predatory. And I'm so unhappy to inform you that most of the medical science journals are also listed in the predatory journals. Just think of the fate of the, what we can say, the audience. Because if any medical professor, medical scientist publish an article for the sake of his own promotion in the predatory, what will happen? Because we are going to work with the human beings. But unfortunately, many medical science journals are included in the this list, predatory journals, where they should not publish. So that's what I told. Nearly 74 journals are there related to medical science. All are predatory. Okay. And another is another predatory journals. Okay, here you can see, if you click on this, you can see the predatory publishers list and predatory journal list 2024. Of course, 2025 also, you can check that one. And BL list, as I told earlier, this is the best website for any scholar or faculty members who wish to see the predatory journals in their own subject area. For instance, you are working in economics. You wanted to know how many journals are listed in BL list as predatory. You can just check with BL list. You can identify the journals and don't submit your articles in such predatory journals. Okay, BL list, please write down BEALLSLIST.net, where you can see most of the predatory journals in physics, chemistry, mathematics, economics, political science, maybe psychology. Of course, in library science also, we can see many predatory journals in this list. Okay, and also I will tell you why the predatory journals are at the dark side, why they are called threatened to the scholarly world. I will tell you, if you publish an article in predatory, it will enhance some misconduct, because I just told about the UGC paper, Research and Publication Ethics. Recently, it was introduced by UGC, where compulsorily the research scholar of a university has to study that paper. It's a wonderful paper, because we used to go different universities to teach about the research ethics as well as scientific misconduct. Okay, any or guide, because in order to do research, we need to follow some rules and regulations. When you violate the rules and regulations or the conduct of the research, that will become a research misconduct. So by publishing the articles in such a predatory, probably it will enhance the misconduct in the research, and researcher may fabricate the data, because recently we have seen the people going to use fabricate the data, they falsify the data, they plagiarize the content, okay, and they publish the article, because we know very well, even though article is plagiarized, and if you submit the plagiarized content to the predatory, they will accept and publish. So indirectly, what they're going to do, they're going to encourage the young or budding scholars to publish any article in any journal in such a predatory. So that's why there should be yardstick. They have to identify the quality, they have to revise the article, they have to accept and publish. But in case of predatory, they never look into the plagiarism, they never look into the quality, simply they accept. So they're indirectly, what they're going to do, they encourage to fabricate the data, they encourage the research scholars to falsify the data, they encourage the research scholars to plagiarize the content. Okay, content in some way. The false research may be indexed in various citation databases. Sometimes a bad content may be indexed in a good database. It may happen. Okay, and fraudulent research and wrong findings may be published in the scientific literature sometimes. Okay, the enormous amount of money from funding bodies may be wasted, because we are going to give money to some predatory publisher to publish your articles. So the waste of your money, that may happen. That's why the predatory journals are always at the dark side. So one should be very careful before you select and publish the articles, and the trust of the public in research and science will be wasted. Okay, so before that, what to do? You have to think in different ways. One is the journal or publisher well known? For example, you are working in physics. As a physics faculty, as a research scholar, you know some of the publishers. So do you know the publishers well known, or somebody has told that it's a good journal or a good publisher? If it is like this, then you can think of publishing the article in such journals. So is the journal or publisher well known to you? Then you can think of submitting the article to such journals. Is it indexed in a citation database like Web of Science, or maybe Scopus, or to some extent Google Scholar? Then they are good. Any journal indexed in Web of Science, Scopus, PubMed, ERIC, so probably they're all good journals. Okay, before you submit, please think of that. Does it have any properly designed and maintained website? See, probably most of you might have seen the Elsevier websites. Wonderful website. How much of time they will take to accept? How much of time they will take to publish? What's the acceptance rate? everything will be shown on the screen. But in case of predatory, they simply show the amount which you have to submit to the journal for publication. So please look into the design and the website of the journal. You can think of the publishing the article. Is the name of the journal. Okay, we have seen some clone journals are there. If it is not unique, don't submit the article to such a predatory journal. What's the scope of the journals? You have to think. Later, what's the layout of the journal of the article? You have to think. And what instructions are given to the authors. Normally, the good journal always gives some instructions. The article abstract should be within 500 to 300 words. The title of the article should be very clear. The article should contain minimum 4 to 5 keywords. Content introduction must be like this. Objective must be like this. Everything will be very clearly mentioned in the scholarly journal. Whereas in the predatory, they never see all those. If you type ABCD something and you submit, probably that can also be accepted and published. So what are the instructions given by the publishers to the authors also be considered. Is there any peer review policy followed? We have to think of that. If they're strictly given, so these are the peer review policy we are going to follow to accept and to publish the article, that's good. So before submit your article to any journal, please think of that. Okay, and I will give one hint for you. Many times the research scholars will ask me, sir, how to find the good journals for me? So there are some journal finders. Probably you would have heard this, journal finders or journal finder. What is that? A journal finder help you to find journals that could be best suited for publishing your scientific article, or it's a locally developed software product that lets author to search for a journal title and receive several access options for the title. Because when I was doing research at Tumkur University, usually I used to ask the guide, sir, where can I publish the articles? I used to guide me, these are some journals in life science, you can look into those and you can submit it. So this is only one way for me to submit and publish the articles. But recently, thanks to technology, most of the renowned publishers, they have created their own journal finders. What they do, when you submit the abstract of your article, when you submit the title of the article, they will show the possible best journals for your articles. I will show one thing, maybe elsewhere journal finder is there. Springer, they have created their own journal finder. Taylor Francis have created their own journal finders. Even Emerald, SAYS, Oxford, Cambridge, and John Wiley. I will show one journal finder of elsewhere. So this is called the website of elsewhere, journalfinder.elsewhere.com. So just simply type this. Okay. So when you type this, it will ask you to enter your paper title. So you have done research in your research area, maybe zoology, maybe botany, maybe economics or political science. What they ask you to enter the paper title here. So type the text title of the article. Later you have to type the abstract of the article. So once you give the title of the paper and the paper abstract, click on the find journals. They will suggest you more than 10 to 15 journals for your content. So that without asking your good friend, without asking your research guide, without asking anybody, you can decide yourself where to publish my article. So you just go to this particular website, journalfinders.elsewhere.com. Simply give the title of the article and also abstract of the article. Please click on this find journals. It may show more than 10 to 15 journals for. That's why a journal finder helps you to find journals that could be best suited for publishing your scientific article. And they are called locally designed software products that lets author to search for a journal title and receive several access points for the title. So they are the wonderful websites created by the renowned publishers like Elsewhere, Sage, Emerald, maybe John Wiley, Springer, and many more, even our Oxfords also. So they are going to help the research scholars and faculty to find out the best journals so that we can avoid publishing the articles in predatory journals. So please, when you go home or you are in the home after my lecture, please search for this journal finders. Just you can also give the articles which is already published, because only to know how it is going to give the title of the journals. If you already publish an article, nothing to worry. Take the title of the article, give it to the journal finder and give the abstract. Just click on the find journals. It may list the different journals where you can publish. Okay. And also Springer journal selector. The is almost the same. Simply they have changed the title of the journal finder as Springer Journal Selector. Here also you need to give the manuscript title and manuscript text and click on the suggest journal. It may suggest you different journals for your article. So this is the best way to publish your scholarly content in scholarly journals. And blindly don't submit by giving money to someone to printed journals, and don't publish your article in such a substandard journals. Okay, that's why before you publish any article, think, check, and then you need to submit. So then you can avoid publishing your best content in wrong journals. Many times I have seen best content may be published in a wrong journal, or right content may be published in a wrong journal because of the unawareness about the predatory journals. So don't trust, don't believe in such a predatory. Try to publish, because I know very well some faculty members in different classes, they are very good research scholars. And research scholars on the campus like Tumkur University or University of Mysore or maybe some other institutes, they are doing very good job. But what will happen sometimes, unknowingly or knowingly or blindly, simply they publish an article in such a predatory and they will get some negative remarks. Recently I had been to an institution where one research scholar published 4 articles. But unfortunately, he published all 4 articles in the predatory. When he's about to submit his thesis to the university, they scrutinized the thesis and also articles published by him, and the committee came to know that all the articles are published in a predatory. They rejected the thesis. So what to do? He has done a very good job, but good work published in a wrong place. Then his thesis was rejected. Then he told that there is nothing to publish again, because most of the content from his thesis has been extracted and published in the form of 4 articles. And all articles published in predatory, and we cannot withdraw the articles from predatory journal publishers. So he was in the hard soup. He asked me, sir, what to do? I told, I have no idea to do. That's why the role of the guide is also very important, because I need to guide my research scholar way to publish. My responsibility is not only tell him to do research. My responsibility as a research guide is to tell him way to publish, how to publish. Otherwise, what that boy will do, simply publish an article in that journal, probably he will be at risk. It may happen. So if you're a research guide, please inform your research scholars to publish in a good journal. Try to educate them where to publish, how to publish. So that's very important. And of course, I have my own website. Many of you might have tried to write down the notes, nothing to worry. I have published my own content in my website, sampathkumar.info. Go to this sampathkumar.info. If you click on the special lectures here, you can see this particular 328 serial number, where you can download information about the predatory journals. So with this, because already it's 5 o'clock, I should not take much more time. We are already against the clock, because sir told that you have to complete the class within 5 o'clock. So thank you so much for giving me a wonderful chance to showcase my ideas about the journals among the faculty members of research scholars. Once again, thanks to Dakshinamurthy sir and Marappa sir for the opportunity. So I also thank all the audience for your patience listening. Thank you so much. Any doubts and clarifications will be most welcome. You can ask me, or you can type your queries in the chat box. Go through the queries, and I will try my best to clarify those doubts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your enlightening us about the critical issues of predatory publishing. Now, this session is open for interaction. I request participants, if you have any questions, please ask, sir.
Yes, so you can do one thing. Instead of asking question, you can type the text in the chat box. I can go through the...
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes. I request participants, if you have any question, please send it through chat box. Sir will address that questions one by one. Yes. I request participants, if you have any question, please send it through chat box. Sir, we address that questions. Yes.
Okay. One question. Is that part-time PhD is good or full-time PhD is good? I am in the hard soup. Sir, it all depends upon you. If you want to work on the campus for 24/7, better to join for the PhD course as a full-time research scholar, so that you will have more time to do research. If you want to do research part-time, probably you may not get more time to do research because you have to work in the office or you have some other academic assignments. Then you cannot give more focus and time for the research. If you are free and if you are very young, you can join PhD course as full-time research scholar. You can do wonders because you will have 3 years. Within 3 years, you can do wonders. You can publish around more than 20 to 30 papers in a highly reputed journals. It all depends upon your convenience because I cannot force you to do PhD as a full-time research scholar. If you're working in somewhere, it may not be possible. But if you're a JRF candidate or if you're very much interested to do research, you can join as a full-time. You have ample of opportunities. Okay, you can present papers in conferences and you can go to other state universities to make presentation. And meanwhile, you can do wonderful work and you can publish good number of research articles. Okay, it all depends upon you, sir. Please. I think Vinayaka Vijay. Prithvi KK. Okay. Okay, is it good to write a review article? Of course. Vinayak Vijay has asked a good question. Yes, I always encourage our students to write review articles. Because what is review article? Probably you are going to do research on X topic. For that X topic, you might have retrieved around 50 to 40 articles. So before you start your research, what you can write review. What A article has told, what is there in the B article, what is there in C article, what are the inferences, what is the research gap, why this particular research has been taken, how the inferences are given in the research articles. Everything can be related and it can be written as a review article. Always I encourage our students to write the review articles. If they have written the review articles, it's wonderful work. Vinayak, you can also write review articles. In the initial stage, it may not be possible because unless you understand how to write an article, how the articles are written by someone, in the beginning stage, it may not be possible. It will take 1 year to understand your own research area. It will take some time. At least you have to spend as a research scholar with 1 or 2 years. Then you can start writing review articles. It's a good move. You can write. Sir, Sidramana, Sidhu, I think. Sir, if the journal is Web of Science Index and is emerging one, if the journal is Web of Science indexed and it a emerging one, we can publish our article. Sir, one thing is, any journal indexed in Web of Science, it may be emerging or it may be old. Okay, because normally Web of Science database never consider the journal unless they maintain the quality. Okay, you can choose any journal indexed in the Web of Science. You can select and publish it. Definitely, sir. Sidramana, sir, you can do it. Unless we can expect how to write it. Vinayak, because what I told, you can also take the help of the research guide because a research scholar alone cannot do or cannot write the article. The research scholar will be there always. Research guide will be there forever to guide you. So based on his guidance, based on his directions, you can start writing the review articles. Vinayak, you can do that. If you're a research scholar, you can request your research guide to assist you to write the review articles. You can do that. It's a very good questions. I think I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Yes, yes. Any other questions? ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಅವರೇ, ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫುಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂತ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಫುಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಈ 24/7 ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಜೊತೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಾರಿ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ PhD ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆದಾಗ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಸರಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಜಾಯ್ನಿಂಗ್ ದ PhD ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, PhD ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಿ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ PhD ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದೊಂದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ನೆಪ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಡೂ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಫುಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಗುಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್.
ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ, ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ?
ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದ UGC ಜನರಲ್ ಯಾವ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಈಗ UGC ಕೇರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅದು ಡಿಸ್ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಟ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಕನ್ನಡ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಡಿಸ್ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದೇನು ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ UGC ಕೇರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬಹುದು. ಆ UGC ಕೇರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಯಾವುದೇ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ನೀವು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಖಂಡಿತ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅದು ಕನ್ನಡ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಶೋಭಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದ UGC ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಹೋಗಿ UGC ಕೇರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದೀನಿ. ಒಂದು 10 ರಿಂದ 12 ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ತುಮಕೂರು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆದ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಅದು ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಹೆಸರು ಮರ್ತೋಯ್ತು. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ದ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸಚ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್. ನೋಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹೇಳಿ, ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ? Pawan Kumar MG, does Journal Finder extract our abstract? Does it give same content? ಇದು ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು, will they copy the abstract of our own article? They may publish in their name ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. Pawan Kumar, please speak to me. Pawan, because it's a very important question. Many times I got this question from the audience. Pawan Kumar?
Yes, sir. That is the thing.
What does it mean?
Sir, actually we'll search for an abstract which will be not there, but this gives the same thing. Maybe that may be extracted by someone, like it may be author may have been changed, like you told predatory journal, sometime it may happen, like someone has taken the content of author of one person or other way.
See, I will tell you once again. The journal finders are the websites. They're going to help you to find out the best journal for your research article. For that, what you have to do, you have prepared an article. Okay, you have already prepared an article and prepared the abstract of your article, and you are in a position to select the journal select the articles in some journals, but you have no idea where to publish. In such a situation, what you can do, you copy the abstract of your article and paste in the Journal Finder website. Based on the abstract as well as the title of the article, we have submitted to the Journal Finder. It will show some article. It will show some journals, journal list. So that is the working nature of the Journal Finders. It never extracts. We have to do the abstract to the Journal Finder, so that based on the abstract and the title, it may suggest you some journals.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Please, you just open when you go home or even the home, just open Journal Finder, Elsevier Journal Finder. If you already publish any article, nothing to worry. Just give only for curiosity to know how it will give the journal list. If you already publish an article, it just take the article abstract and paste in the Journal Finder. Click on the Find Journals. You can see the number of journals you would have published. Already you have published, nothing to worry. This is how it
Okay,
is.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Share Sarkar. Maybe I missed the point how I check the UGC list. Sir, go to Google and type UGC list. You can see the UGC list in different subjects, maybe sociology, chemistry, botany, economics, psychology, like this. You can Google it. Go to Google, type UGC list. I will repeat, UGC list is discontinued. But don't think that journals are all journals are removed. No. Even today you can find the journals, but it is discontinued. That's all. They're not continued the same. Arup Sarkar, I think you might have understood. Yes.
ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ, ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ?
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಹೇಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಹೇಳಿ.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಆಶಾ ಅಂತ. ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ MSc ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬಯಾಲಜಿ MPhil ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಬಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ನಾವು ನಾನು ಒಂದು NGO ನಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಇದು ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ವಾ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಸಬ್ಮಿಷನ್ಗೆ, ನಾವು ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕಬಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟು ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಸರ್?
ಮೇಡಮ್, ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಬರೀದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಬರೀಬಹುದು. But if you're working in an NGO, if you have interest to write articles, you can write. But for that, what to do? You have to download the articles. You have to. ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಯಾವ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದಿರೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನ್ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇದೆ ಈ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ.
ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಫೈಂಡರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ನೀವು, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಫೈಂಡರ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ, ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಗ ನೀವು ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಫೈಂಡರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೀವು ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ನೀವು ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಡಿ. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ್ದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಹಾದಿಗಳಿದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೇರೆ ಕಲೀಗ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಗೈಡ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವೇ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಫೈಂಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಕತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ರೈಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಂಥ ಕಡೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಂದು 10 ರಿಂದ 12 ಜರ್ನಲ್ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ತೋರಿಸೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 50% ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ರೇಟು, 20% ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದು ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 25% ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ರೇಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ. ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 70% ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು.
ಸರಿ ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ.
ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಐ ಕುಡಂಟ್ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್. ಮಾಡಿ
ಸರ್, ನಿಮ್ದು PDF ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು?
ನನ್ನ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾನು ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
Divya, I think Divya has raised her hand.
Divya Sariana.
Yes. And what's your query? Any query from Divya? Please, Sariana.
Okay. As we conclude this technical session, first and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. B.T. Sampath Kumar, Sir, Senior Professor, Department of Library and Information Sciences, Tumkur University, Tumkuru, for delivering such an insightful session on predatory journals, the dark side of academic publishing. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I would also thank our respected management, the principal, the convener of this FDP, and all the organizing committee members for their continuous support in making this program possible. My sincere appreciation goes to all the participants who joined us today and actively contributed to making the session meaningful and interactive. We look forward to your enthusiastic participation in the upcoming sessions of this FDP. So we all request our participants that please, now we will share you feedback form. Please fill it within 1 hour. Otherwise, it will be inactive. So we hope or we look forward for your support in upcoming sessions. And I hope this session will be a fruitful learning experience for all of us. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Sampath Kumar, sir.
Thank you. All the very best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, all the participants.
Thank